You're about to listen to the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. We cover weird things, but part of that may include adult themes and content. We'll be talking about things like butts and boobs, and there will be swearing. It's kind of what we do. If there are any kids in the car, you may want to change the channel. Thanks, and enjoy. Hey, sweetie, what can I get for you?
Do you have any of today's specials left?
The weird? Oh, yeah, we got lots of weird.
And can I get that with bacon?
Sure. Weird with a side of bacon. Coming up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 25 of the Weird with a Body. Guys,
Starting off smooth.
This is a good podcast. So anyway, this is the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. How is everybody doing this morning?
Good.
If I slow down and think about it, I will do better.
Words are hard.
Yes. First thing we're going to do is introduce everybody. We're going to start with Stephanie. Stephanie, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Stephanie. I do social media fun stuff.
All right. And I am Trevor, another one of our hosts, and I cover weird history and weird facts. And now we move around the table. Well, it's a little table. Our little table that holds our recorder to Misty. Misty, what do you do?
I cover strange and weird news articles from around the world.
Okay. Then we normally jump into a weird personal story, but we talked about it and none of us are that weird this week, but that's okay. We're going to make up for that by announcing our weirdness we found. Even if we're not personally weird this week, doesn't mean we can't make it weird, right, guys?
Right. Yeah.
That's right. First thing we always like to do, though, is announce our bacon rating system because we might have some new listeners. In fact, I really do hope we do. More new listeners is more stuff. Podcast is getting bigger every day. Our bacon rating system is after we each finish our story that we have found for this episode. We will go through and the other two will announce their thoughts on it. One means your story was not weird and I am disappointed in you. 4 means your story was uber duper weird. I really like your story. You're friends with us. And if you want to go on there and make a crispy because it was just a little extra weird, you can do that. And if it's uber duper, super weird, oh my gosh, you're the coolest, you get a BLT, which was brought to us by a fan. So we have incorporated that now for quite a long time. We're going to continue on with it. I do believe our first content creator today would be Misty. Misty Ray, what do you have from the weirdness?
Oh, I found this. It may touch base, but it's a little on the weird side.
That's good.
So, potentially scary, linked between nose picking and Alzheimer's.
Picking your nose gives you Alzheimer's?
So preschoolers have Alzheimer's? All right, tell me how bad personal hygiene and actually is it bad to pick your nose? I mean, you don't pick your nose in public, but is it actually bad is that bad hygiene to clean your own nose at home, in the privacy of your own home, picking your nose?
Yes, because you can pass germs.
Well, you have to wash your hands afterwards.
Do you think the majority of people that pick their nose
washes
their hands after?
It's actually a good point. Okay. Anyway, let's go to Misty. Misty at the news desk.
Okay, so this comes from the New York Post, and it says, well, it's not good news for most people.
Snot.
Oh, I didn't hear that the first time. Okay, I like it. Good job.
There was a pun.
But
Some 90% of the population picks their nose, in case you guys all wanted to know. Sometimes several times a day.
Depends if the air is dry, a little crusty,
This may seem like a harmless habit, but frequently digging for gold may have consequences.
I didn't know digging for boogers is considered digging for gold.
You've never heard that before?
I'm sure I have, but...
you call somebody out, what you doing, digging for gold?
Cleaning the dance hall was a big one, too.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah, bats in the...
Does that mean I can pick my nose and call myself a gold digger?
Ah, snap. Too bad we couldn't get rich off boogers.
Wait, is that what that Kanye West song is about? Is about people who pick their nose? Oh, I've been misinterpreting that song this entire time.
Yes. Yes, I knew everybody get a kick out of this one. Dirty fingers can introduce bacteria to the nose, causing infection that can lead to tissue damage and nosebleeds.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. So wash your hands before you pick your nose and after you pick your nose.
Sure. Or hand sanitizer, maybe.
Oh, that would burn. If it didn't dry all the way,
What are you gonna do? Lube up your finger and then
go to town?
Then yes, that would sting a little bit.
Okay, now my nose is itching. Hold on, I gotta itch my nose. Give me a second. Okay, I got it. We're good.
Researchers are investigating the theory that trauma to the nasal lining can transmit germs to the brain, potentially triggering inflammation and a formation of amyloid plaques.
You could have said anything you wanted, and I would have believed you.
You could have just said
Amyloid plaques.
Aplax.
Transformers, Scordelioso, Aquanauts. I don't know, whatever.
Was it the little school bus that went up the nose?
Oh, I'm sure there had to be an episode of what the hell was the name of that show again?
Magic School Bus.
Magic School. There had to be an episode.
Actually, I think there was.
Nose.
About nose.
Like I think it was just more of like the bacteria in the body. I love the Magic School Bus. It was a good show.
I always like all the dresses she wears.
I don't know how she got so many parents to sign permission slips for that every day. It's ridiculous.
Right.
People weren't reading.
Please continue.
I'm so glad we could go off on a tangent. It's great. Scientists have been unable to pinpoint exactly what causes Alzheimer's, which generally impairs memory, thinking, reasonings, and judgment.
The fact that they've now dug into maybe picking your nose causes it definitely makes me think they don't know what causes it. they're just throwing darts at a board here and seeing what they see. Like, maybe nose picking. I don't know. Let's try it.
Some researchers have focused their attention to the nose-brain axis, a direct pathway between the nasal cavity and the central nervous system.
All I can think of right now is like the snorting coke kind of thing. That's really not where I should be going with this, but that's all I can think of is, the old nose candy slang. Really went off on the left field. Let me get back on this. Anyway, back to nasal cavity, brain cavity.
Because the brain's small processing center are among the first areas damaged by Alzheimer's, smell tests have become a non-invasive way to screen for Alzheimer risks.
That's a thing? So if you're at the doctor and he's having you smell various things and writing down what you think they are, that's actually an Alzheimer? I've never had that. Has anybody ever heard of that? That's crazy. Okay.
It has to be like an age-related thing.
Well, yeah, I hope we're young enough they don't test us for Alzheimer's yet.
Perhaps doctors should also start asking their patients if they are nose pickers.
It said 90% of people pick their nose. I don't think that's going to do anything definitive.
A 2022 study out of Griffith University in Australia found that nose picking can usher chlamydia, bacteria that can cause respiratory tract infections.
You can't have chlamydia of the nose?
I guess.
Okay, nose chlamydia. Didn't see that coming. Write that down. That's part of the title of this episode, nose chlamydia.
I mean, to make a note of it.
Just make a note. Nose chlamydia. Nose chlamydia. Yep, that's becoming a thing now. Okay.
Into the olfactory nerves in the noses of mice. So the bacteria can then travel to the brain. So my guess is that they introduced this bacteria to the inside of noses of mice.
They waited for him to get dementia?
I get Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's?
I don't know. Are they similar? I feel like they are.
To an extent.
I don't actually know the answer to that, do you?
There's memory loss in both. But I think Alzheimer's is more severe where,
Dementia.
You just don't remember anything or anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Dementia is like a less severe memory loss.
It's a slower process or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, not fun.
No. As a result, brain cells deposit amyloid beta protein.
Just making up words again. We talked about this.
There's a reason I didn't become a nurse or a doctor, because this is really crazy. We're the first to show that chlamydia can go directly up the nose and into the brain, where it can set off pathogens that look like Alzheimer's disease. A neuroscientist, James St. John, said when the research was published in the Scientific Report. I don't know what that is. Maybe an Australian science magazine?
I think just a scientific report, it said.
Reports.
I don't really know, but I think there really is a listing. If somebody has a big enough thing, they can actually request to see if it can get published on there. So other scientists can do some research on various things. Like, hey, I wonder if this does this. They can check and see if anyone's done that study or not. I think it's literally just a running journal of scientists around the world.
A quote from in these scientific reports says, "We saw this happen in a mouse motel, and the evidence is potentially scary for humans as well." So they must have gave a mouse chlamydia and put them in a mouse motel.
I'm more concerned that somebody for a short period of time had a career as a mouse nose picker. What do you do for a living? I pick mice's nose. Yours is itching too. Your nose is itching now, right? It is. It's like when somebody mentions head lice and makes your head itchy.
Yeah.
Same idea now. Now my nose itches. Thanks, Misty.
You're welcome. So glad I could help you. How many things do you think we inserted or were on the end of our Q-tips when we did COVID testing?
Oh, I think those usually in like a little sealed container, but
They
you're
weren't
right.
sealed to begin with.
Oh my God. We might all have Alzheimer's or dementia or one or the other. Well, now I'm worried.
Oh my gosh. In a separate 2023 scientific review suggests that Alzheimer's, a neuroinflammation, may be particularly caused by a pathogen entering the brain via the olfactory system. Okay, just so you know, I'm not a scientist, and this was very weird to me.
I would have had to have Googled almost half of these words, not on what they were, just on how to pronounce them. I would. Okay.
Researchers theorize that these harmful microorganisms change the bacteria makeup in the nose, potentially leading to a chronic low-level brain infection, neuroinflammation, and Alzheimer's. In reviewing the research in the months in the social media, board-certified neurosurgeon Betsy Grunch recommended practicing good nasal hygiene to avoid damaging the lining of your nose.
So using a tissue?
That means not picking boogers or plucking hairs from the nose.
I don't. It's going to be a hard one for me not to want to clip my nose hairs.
Not clipping them, pulling them, plucking them.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that sort of thing.
I mean, if you like to make yourself cry every day, go for it. Pluck them, pluck away.
You won't like it.
Yeah, I'll stick to trimming.
Yeah, a little bit. If this is a habit you have picked up and can't put down, frequently hand washing and hand sanitizer is suggested. So when it comes to your nasal health, don't blow it.
Oh, too much. Too much.
And that's the end of my story. Figured I'd start that one out with a bang, you know, a real good nose picker. Now I'm reaching for the gold dig.
I'm trying to come up with a good nose pun right now.
You get nothing?
I got nothing. Do you want a tissue? We have tissues. Do you want a tissue?
I'm good.
You good? Okay. Use somebody else's finger.
All right, can I borrow your finger?
What? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 ratings.
Is okay.
I'm going to give you a 1 for all the big words that we don't understand.
You're welcome.
And then I'll give you a 3 crispy for the story overall.
All right.
One nose pick.
One nose pick.
So every time you have that booger and you need to take that Kleenex and you have to go like this,
We're going to think of you.
Oh, shit.
No, what's going to happen is when I'll get older and the doctor will be like, you might have dementia, and be like, it's from picking my nose. It's the only thing to remember. I'm going to go with a double rating too. I'm going to go with a 4 bacon rating for the story because for one, it was a fun one to talk about. But I'm going to go with a 1 bacon rating for the bad puns.
Hey, that was all in the article. They're not my puns.
Oh, look at you, huh? You're like, oh, not my fault.
She probably threw some in there.
Hold on, let me cry about it.
I thought you were going to try to pick out a nose hair real quick.
I don't have nose hair. I can't be looking.
Now your nose is itching, right?
I got an order app. And next on deck, we have Stephanie. What social media funsies are there today?
I have a Reddit story from Entitled People.
Always a good time.
The title is You Can Just Pay for Me.
Oh, I'm going to guess it's going to be one of those like date ones or something. I don't know. This is a guess. Let's find out how entitled this person is.
Went to an automatic car wash to get salt and crap off my car. I have an older Honda, but it's my baby and I try to take care of it. Car washes are a splurge I do once in a while since I don't have anywhere at my place to wash it. I pulled up in line behind this lady in a new Cadillac SUV. She pulls into the bay and I start the process of buying my car wash for her after her. Just as I'm about to select my service, I notice the touchless sprayer is not going. At first, I think machine is broken. No big deal. There's another bay over I see is working. I cancel the transaction and start to back up. Lady honks and gets out of her car, dressed to the nines and decked out in jewelry. Says, "Just pay for me, I'll give you cash."
Wait, what? Why? Okay. Why is she not just doing it herself?
That's what he said.
All right, yeah.
I'm like, okay, just as easy. I tell her to give me the cash and I'll put the wash she wants in.
Uh-huh.
I'll pay you after it's done. You mean after you drive out and the door closes behind you? That after? Yeah, not happening. That's okay. I'll just back up and go to the other washer. She says, "Wow, you're just fucking rude, aren't you? Can't just pay for someone."
This was her plan the whole time.
Was to try to get a free car wash?
She and I'm guessing she's done this more than once. I'm guessing she was going to pull up, wait for the person behind to do what this guy did, but he just happened to notice the button. And then somebody hits it. She goes through the drive-through or the car wash and drives off. And nobody's the wiser until that other person's like, "Oh, what the hell? I have to pay for two. What's going on?" This is not her first time.
The next part of the story says, "Lady, you are driving a freaking new Caddy and I'm in an old Honda, but I'm rude because you're cheap. Go scam someone else, lady." I just laughed and moved. Best part, as I was leaving, she tried it on someone else and I heard him tell her to fuck off with that bullshit. Should have stopped with the quote, rude person.
You know, car washes are not that expensive.
And she had to have done this before. She had a plan, and she tried to do it again right after him. This chick's been getting free car washes for who knows how long. Something weird going on there. Why would she even put the effort into scamming someone because she's got the nice car? All right, maybe it's not her car. Maybe she stole somebody else's car, not like stole, but like a family member or whatever. They used their car and just had to wash it before they put it away. But then she's also dressed all up, fancy jewelry and all that. Why? Where's all this money coming from to buy all this shit? But she doesn't have the money for the car wash.
Does she really have the money?
That's the question.
That's a good point too. It's something is
You can
off
dress
with
the
this chick.
nines by going to like, say, a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx, and you can buy like the brand name stuff, but for cheaper.
And her brand new Caddy could have been a used Caddy that has like over 300,000 miles on it.
She might be faking it till she's making it.
He's a gold
making
digger.
It. She picks her nose.
You know, it's one thing when you walk in and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I forgot my wallet and I'm stuck here. Can you just pay for my car to be washed?" I just gave somebody an idea that was really bad.
And it's a total luxury purchase.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, let's say your bank account's shy that week, you just don't wash your car. It's not like you're going without food or something. It's literally just washing a car. Like, oh no, your car stays dirty for an extra week. So a luxury purchase that she's definitely done before. This is I wonder if this woman's whole life is just a giant scam. The
I bet you
jewelry,
any money
the
maybe her boyfriend bought her the car. So she doesn't really truly have the money.
That's true. It might not even be her car. It might
Or
be
mom and dad bought it.
Could be mom and dad's car.
Could be.
Right?
Borrowing it.
Who knows? I mean, we just have the tip of the iceberg here. This could be an entire scam. She's dog sitting for somebody and she's driving around their car and wearing the wife's jewelry. And
Oof.
we have no idea. We have just a tidbit
Probably
of
her
information.
underwear. I don't know.
Could be. I wasn't going that direction, but I mean, here we are. I'm going to give that one a 4 bacon rating as well because we have just the tip of the iceberg and there's more to this.
And we don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do love the fact, though, that he caught her, and then as he's doing it, the guy behind did the exact same thing.
I also give it a 4, but I also agree with you. How many cars did it take before she actually got one? And who really knows? Maybe this happens to her all the time and people just deny it and nobody has posted it.
Yeah. She might have been caught a bunch of times. She just goes car wash to car wash until it works. Again, what a waste of time and energy, though. At some point, it's just easier to get a job.
One would think.
I got an order app.
All right, Trevor, what do you got for us?
I have one I have titled, Don't Drink and Drive. It's not
Except
really
if you live in
original.
Wisconsin.
Well, this one's in Colorado. So don't drink and drive in Colorado.
Oh.
Okay. I will start with my 3 sources. I have an August 2025 article from People Magazine. I have a March 2023 article from CBS News and a March 2021 statement by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So this happened back in the 1980s. There is a sheriff in Colorado named Harold Bray. And Harold is off duty and he is driving to the Denver airport. And as he's driving to the Denver airport, a big snowstorm shows up. And it's ugly. Luckily, he does make it to the airport, but barely on time. Like they're loading his plane as he's getting there. They're doing that thing where they're kind of holding it for a minute or two, like get your butt moving, get on this plane, okay? It's the 80s. So people are a little nicer back then. He gets in his seat. Luckily, it's a window seat. He sits down, he's calming down, and the plane takes off. As the plane takes off, and it's just about to go through the clouds, like it's, there's a point where you can kind of see the ground, and it's at night. You can see the ground and the city lights and all that, but eventually it hits the clouds, and it's gone, right? As it's just about to hit the clouds, he looks down, and he recognizes where they are. Like they're heading a certain direction. He knows that direction. He's a sheriff. He drives all around. He knows what he's looking at. And all of a sudden he notices a stretch of road known as the Janal Pass. The reason he knows this pass is because, again, it's on his route, but it's a 22-mile stretch of highway that is not plowed in the winter. It's 1980s. Colorado literally closes this thing down in the winter and says, we're not plowing it. Don't go on this thing. If it snows, it's done. Okay? As they're taking off and they're just about to go through the clouds, he notices a set of headlights on that road. But they're not pointing the way headlights should. For one, he's like, why are there headlights on this closed road? There's a huge snowstorm. And why are these headlights pointing upwards? He's looking, these headlights are flashing on and off. He recognizes what they're doing. It's SOS. Flash, flash, dot, dot, dash, dash, dot. I don't know the SOS exactly. But either way, he recognizes it and says, holy shit, this is a car. It's got to be somewhere messed up because it's not pointing the way it should, and it's flashing SOS. Luckily, then, he goes and flags down a stewardess and says, yo, I'm a sheriff. This is going on. I think someone's in trouble. Stewardess was able to get a hold of go over to the pilot. They said, all right, this got to be something serious. And this is a sheriff. He's like pulling the sheriff thing going on here. And the pilot calls down to the airport and says, yo, this is what's going on. Sheriff says someone's got to go check this out. At that point, then, the only person they can really find to do this is the fire department chief. So fire department in the area, get a hold of him, and his name is Dave Montoya. And he's like, are you kidding me? Harold is going to make me drive out in this snowstorm on this closed road to see what he saw. He's probably crazy, but all right, I'll do this thing. So the fire chief drives out in the middle of the night, and by the way, it is negative 22 degrees at this time.
Oof.
Cold, big storm. As he's getting out there, sure as shit, halfway down, all of a sudden he runs into a truck that is in the ditch, slid off the road, in the ditch, and there's a guy in the truck. He goes over, and this dude's in just a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, and a thin blanket he must have had in his pickup truck with him. And the guy's face is like all messed up, bruises and stuff like that. And he goes to him and goes, dude, what the hell are you doing out here? Why are you on this road? What's going on? He figures out, though, this guy's drunk is what it is. So the guy gets out and he's like crying. This guy's like, I thought I was going to die out here. I was leaving the bar on the other side and I was just going towards home. And while I was drunk, I must have thought this was a good idea. And then the storm came in and he's just bawling. And the fire chief is like, all right, man, cool your jets. We got you. You're not going to die, because he's right. He would have died.
Right.
And chief pulls him out of the ditch, gets him on the road, follows him, because of course the police chief was smart, brought a vehicle that specializes in snow stuff, follows this guy back out and gets him home. Either way, this guy's excuse was, I was just drunk and thought this was a good idea. But drinking and driving doesn't pay, because you never know when a mile in the sky, the police sheriff happens to be watching the road and happens to see you. So this is the luckiest motherfucker you ever heard of, who in a drunken state got caught for the weirdest ass reason you could ever imagine. And he's only alive because the sheriff just happened to be in an airplane at the time.
And a window seat.
And a window seat. And did something about it. Surprised he wasn't like, oh, that's weird. And just let it go.
Yeah, that guy was lucky on
A lot of counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of them.
Yes. So the guy's name, by the way, I don't know if I remember
Because the
saying
fire
it.
chief could have like called into the police station.
Said, hey,
I'm, found this guy. It was called in by the police chief that was in an airplane, but he's drunk and he admitted to drunk driving.
Right. So, but yeah, the guy's name was Alan Phillips. So Alan Phillips of Colorado is pretty freaking lucky that this sheriff saw him. So Alan Phillips is a lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, he is, because if it would have been the sheriff that did it, well, if the sheriff went to see it, they wouldn't have known. They would have found it after the snowstorm and the road opened back up.
Oh yeah, he would have been dead as a doornail.
My question is did he get ticketed after the whole situation?
Well, it's the 1980s. I mean,
I suppose.
Drunk driving, there's nobody around. Nobody got hurt.
No,
learned
he
his
was just on
lesson.
a highway that, is closed. There's a reason why nowadays they put those bars up to close off highways.
Right.
So you don't go on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's my story about Alan Phillips, the lucky mother trucker who got drunk and didn't die out of pure luck.
Give it a 4.
Well, thank
Definitely
you.
also give that a 4. That's insane.
Well, thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate it. Don't drink and drive.
Well, always look down then when you're in a plane too. Because what else are you going to look at?
Is this the original invention of the helicopter speed traps, I guess?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I got an order app.
We have now looped ourselves around and it is back to the Misty. Misty Ray, what up?
The ceiling?
Yes. Thank
The
you.
sky.
The sky.
Clouds.
All right. So this one comes from BBC. It's called Monkeys on the Loose in St. Louis after 4 days search.
I feel like there's been a lot of animals that are just,
Well, we had that here in
Free.
Wisconsin. What was it, a year or two ago, where a bunch of otters got out at the zoo and they never found them?
Well, they found one. The other one is now free.
It's not free. I mean, at least it's an animal that could handle Wisconsin weather just fine. I mean, we have otters here in Wisconsin and all that, so I guess it's fine. But yeah,
you
apparently
secretly have it, don't you?
I'm not. I don't have to answer that. What are you, a cop?
Yes. I know cops.
I'm not saying anything else. All right, anyway, monkeys on the loose.
Multiple monkeys are on the loose in St. Louis, Missouri, sparking conversation and concern from the city's animal control officials, who say they don't know where the primates came from.
Just randomly showed up.
Randomly showed up.
How do you not know where monkeys came from? Wait, what state is it? Where is this?
Come
St.
on.
Louis, Missouri.
That's not native to monkeys. I've never been to St. Louis. I know our kids have, but I don't think there's a large monkey population there.
The monkeys just decided, hey, let's go to St. Louis.
Do you think somebody
They're
at least
traveling the world.
call the zoo? Be like, just out of curiosity, have you
Did you lose your monkeys?
have you counted your monkeys lately? Is that like making the prank joke of like, is your refrigerator running kind of thing? Like the monkeys lose, stop calling here, and hanging up on them.
It's Jumanji.
That's even crazier yet. Which Jumanji is better? The first one with Robin Williams or the redo with The Rock and all those guys? Personal opinion.
I think it depends because I like them both. I don't really have a favorite.
Are they different enough that you're not going to put them in the same category?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of like the Rock one better myself, but I definitely feel like the first one has a spot in my heart too.
Well, I think it all depends on the era because if you think about it, the new one with The Rock is generated to those who are 1990s, video gamers.
That's true. And comedy and entertainment has changed over the years.
Yes.
It's a lot tighter, jokes between, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Stephanie, thoughts?
I cannot answer that question.
Which Jumanji did you not see? You haven't seen the one with The Rock? What are you doing tonight? I'm just kidding. I'm just saying it's really good. We should watch it. Anyway, side note. Monkeys on the Loose, St. Louis. Here we go. Ready, set, roll. Unknown monkeys.
The monkeys have been running free since, it says last Thursday. Now, it didn't give me a date as to when this article was brought out, but I know it's fairly new. When they were first spotted roaming the streets, residents have been warned to avoid the exotic animals, as they could be unpredictable and aggressive under stress. So to me, this makes it seem like they are an exotic monkey. Not that not all monkeys are exotic, but you're not going to find your normal monkey. It could be a spider monkey. I don't know if they ever... I'll have to read that. We'll figure out if maybe they tell us what kind of a monkey it is.
Well, and I saw the movie Outbreak, and things got really ugly because of an escape monkey in that movie. Anybody else ever see the movie Outbreak?
Yeah. I own it on DVD.
All right. The reference to Outbreak will work really well for some people, and a lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's okay. Moving on again. Hey, guys, do I have ADHD at all?
Like a squirrel.
Shiny objects. Okay.
Do I need to throw a ball?
No, I will get so lost.
It is unclear how many monkeys...
Oh, wait, real quick. This shit's bananas. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, we're back to bad puns.
Yeah.
Y'all worried about my nose picking. So it's unclear as how many monkeys are at large, but officials believe there are more than one. Well, I'd hope so, because if you say monkeys, that would mean more than one, wouldn't you think?
You would think so.
Despite the search efforts, the primates had not been found as of Sunday evening. The city health department, which handles animal control, told BBC. Obviously, the city health department now is involved. Way to bring out Outbreak.
We're going to start quarantining off the entire city. Next thing you know, Dustin Hoffman's going to show up. Things are going to get real wild.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It is definitely an action movie. It is not a comedy by any means. I think Misty definitely likes it because she likes those ER type movies and all that stuff. It was the first movie I ever saw. Again, I'm off on this tangent. This is the first movie I ever saw where somebody had in-home surround sound. That movie's got a lot of helicopters and stuff flying around and all that through mountains. And it was the coolest thing I had ever seen or heard, I guess. Mm-hmm. I just remember laying there and hearing, because it wasn't just all around you. It had, helicopter coming off the left and the right and all that. It was a movie almost made to test drive your surround sound. It was so freaking cool. Again, aging myself. I'm trying to make a joke involving who are the monkey, the music group or the TV music group? Was it Donnie? No. Davey? Who are the monkeys again? Who are the four monkeys? Nobody remembers who Misty, you used to know.
I know
love
who
the
the
monkeys
are, but
I don't know the names of the monkeys. But yes, the monkeys used to have a television show too.
Yes. Well, that's what they were. I don't think they were ever originally a real band. The Monkees was just a TV show.
No, they were a band first.
They were a band first, and then they were a TV show? I thought they were a TV show that then turned into a band because people like the stuff. What about the Mosquitoes? Are those real? The Mosquitoes is the band off Gilligan's Island.
By the way, Davy Jones is a monkey.
Yeah, see? You know some of the monkeys. I just want to know where these monkeys came from. Where do you just randomly... I guess if you're smuggling monkeys and your monkeys got out, you're not going to call the cops and say, hey, I accidentally lost a pile of monkeys. And if you do call the cops and say, I lost my monkeys, they're just going to hang up on you. If the zoo lost its monkeys, they would say something, right? Or is it just one guy who keeps covering up for it? Like, oh crap, I was in charge of feeding the monkeys, and I accidentally let him out. And they just also have him in charge of counting how many monkeys. So he just keeps faking the numbers so he doesn't lose his job.
Oh, boy.
So it was Davy, Michael, Mickey, and Peter.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
What was it?
Sure was.
Okay.
How many times have you picked your nose?
Oh no, I have dementia. We really should stop.
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. We should really stop making jokes about that. This is not good. These poor people actually have this.
All right. So, a primary expert from the St. Louis Zoo has identified the monkeys as vervet monkeys.
Why do you keep using words we've never heard before? This is a thing with you today. I feel like I've heard many different types of monkeys out there, but I've never heard of a vervet monkey.
Vervet monkeys are small monkeys native to Africa with pale fur and black faces.
Not native to St. Louis?
No.
Okay.
The health department describes them as very intelligent and social, but warns of their potential danger under stress. So they become very agitated when they are stressed out.
And don't feed them after midnight and don't get them wet.
Sure.
That's a Magwise. Amigwise? What was he again? On the Gremlins movie? Amagway? Amigway?
Amigway?
See, I can make up words too.
Sorry, I went for the hard ones. You know, when you're half asleep, that's what you do. Look for the big words. Wake that brain up.
All right, so don't pet the monkeys.
Sure. Don't pet the monkeys. At this time, we do not know where these animals came from, so they don't know where the monkeys came from. St. Louis Health Department Bureau Chief of Environmental Health, Justin Huser, stated, owning exotic animals like primates is prohibited in St. Louis, he added. So officials are not aware of any homes where illegal monkeys may have been kept. So by the sounds of it, these monkeys did not come from the zoo.
I still think there's some zookeeper who's in charge of the monkeys, but is also the one they keep asking if there's enough monkeys, and he's covering it up. He's lying on how many monkeys there are.
Yeah, they're all there.
We see 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they're all there.
Sightings of the monkeys have been reported in O'Fallon Park neighborhood on the north side of the city. Yeah, sure.
Just hanging in the park.
In a park.
Hanging
Yep.
in a park. Original reports suggest that there were 4 animals, but we cannot confirm the actual number at this time, only that there are more than one.
Obviously.
Miss Young, who lives in the neighborhood, told local news, KSDK, I think of danger because it's a wild animal.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
No. You hit the party button.
Steve. Steve.
Another resident told the network it was crazy that this could be so nearby.
Wow, they have really found some great people to interview. These are some really verbal people.
Yeah. Pictures of the primates perched on porch side walls and standing on 2 legs near a parked car have been shared to social media.
And Peter picked a pack of pickled peppers. Could you say it again? I want to hear that sentence again.
Pictures of primates perched on the porch side walls and standing on 2 legs near parked cars have been shared with social media.
That's very perplexing.
Yes, it is. Animal care and control officers have patrolled the area, but have not yet managed to locate any of these monkeys. We are working on getting an idea of where they may be hiding and seeking food. We want to stress that the residents should not approach these monkeys or try to capture them. Instead, people should report sightings to the health department. Once captured, the monkeys will be transported to a facility certified to care for exotic animals. Though owning primates in the city is prohibited, a St. Louis radio report from last year said Missouri ranked highly in permitted primate ownership,
So there's a whole ring of illegal monkeying in there.
with at least 35 to 50 primates brought and sold each year
In St. Louis.
in St. Louis.
Somebody has a business of illegal primate sale.
Missouri, period.
But either way, that means somebody has a business that there's that many. That seems like a hell of a fluke that there just happens to be a lot of people with pet monkeys all in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes me watch the movie Romancing the Stone. Remember that one? The guy is stealing exotic birds to sell them in the beginning. How about that movie? Who's seen Romancing the Stone?
I don't watch enough movies, apparently.
All right, guys, we're canceling everything for the rest of the weekend, okay? We are up to a lot of movies we got to watch. We got to watch Jumanji, the remake, the video game version. We got to watch Outbreak, and we have to watch Romancing the Stone.
I remember watching Outbreak, but I think I only watched it once.
Okay, it's just been a hot minute. Understandable.
And I've heard of Romancing the Stone, but I've
Romancing the Stone is a hilarious movie. It is great. That also has
added
big
to
names
the
in
list. I think we have a list going of movies that we got to watch.
it. We do.
Anyhow, the monkeys are not native to the U.S., as we all know that. But there is a colony of vervets that live in the wild in Florida. They are believed to be the descendants of an escapees from the research center near Fort Lauderdale in the 1940s.
So they're still there today?
Yeah.
Should talk to your dad.
Oh my God, that's right. My dad's in Florida. I should tell him to watch out for vervets.
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 They live in the
Vervets
wild.
and vervet-related stories.
The question is, so they're not native to the U.S., but these monkeys escaped in Fort Lauderdale in 1940. How many of them escaped? And if they are still in the wild, how many more are there now?
Well, they only had to have two escape. They just have to be male and female. And then those reproduce, and then those reproduce.
Or you have two females and one male.
That could be two. Maybe there's a polyamorous vervets. We don't even know. I'm not going to judge them for their decisions, their romance decisions in life, you know?
It's true.
Any listeners that are in Florida or have been to Florida,
You need to
let
look
us
out
know.
for these monkeys.
and let us know if you see these monkeys.
I see any vervets.
Vervets.
Or if you're in Missouri.
No kidding. I'll have to do some digging and see if they ever found them or if they're still running on the loose.
The ones from the 1940s?
The ones in St. Louis.
Okay, I didn't know. There's a lot of monkey conversation going on.
Stop monkeying around then.
Too much.
Okay, well, that was the end of my story.
I liked it because of how many times we were able to bring up unrelated yet related things. I don't know how many movies involve monkeys nowadays. I went off on some serious tangents.
I'm sure there's a lot out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Fort Crispy on that one because of the story, and it just made my day and made me think of movies. Whoever thought Monkeys in Missouri would make me want to watch a bunch of movies I haven't seen in a long time?
I'm going to age myself. Do you think they have the television series of the monkeys on DVD?
The Monkeys have the Monkey series? I don't think they have a DVD player. They're monkeys.
Really?
Really? That's where we're going to go?
Oh yeah, I did it. I went there.
I'm going to give you a 4. I was going to give you a 4 crispy, but now I'm down to a 4 because he used words that we did not know again.
That's on you.
No big words. Got it. Too early.
Too early.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Steve. Makes me want to watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
What do you mean? There's a lot of monkey movies.
I got an order app.
Steph, I think it's your turn.
Okay. You guys will get a kick out of this one.
Okay, good. All right, we got it. We're ready.
No big words?
So ready.
No big words. This was from the subreddit Amazon WTF.
Oh, God.
W-
What the fuck?
Amazon.
What the fuck?
Is it Amazon the package company or Amazon the jungle or river?
The company.
The company? Okay. I would have been impressed with either one, to be honest with you. But I figured it was probably the company.
Okay. So I had to laugh. So you guys, this is based off of a gate, a baby gate. Okay.
Oh, baby
Oh,
cake.
boy.
Okay.
It's an easy step walk-through gate.
Uh-huh.
And it looks very similar to yours.
We don't have any babies at home, but ours we use for the dog. Okay.
So obviously this gate can be used as a baby gate or for animals,
Correct.
right? The age range, which makes sense, is 6 to 24 months.
Okay, yeah.
The breed recommendation on this is all breeds.
Hold up.
Yeah.
The baby gate box says there's breeds.
Well, we all call them baby gates. Doggy gate, dog gate? I mean, I don't know if anyone calls them dog gates, but we all call them baby gates, even
This
if it's
one
for
is
the
just
dog.
called an easy step-through gate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or
They're
walk-through
really not
gate.
called baby gates anymore, I guess.
But most
anyways.
people get them for babies.
Kids. Yep.
Babies or pets.
Yes. So the breed recommendation is all breeds.
So white
Awesome.
babies, African-American babies, Chinese. Okay, sorry. Is that too much? Is it a bit much? Okay.
This is where it gets good. Do you want to know the additional product features on this gate?
Yes.
Do know.
Adult sex toys for women.
Wait, what?
Um,
On the gate.
The additional product features is adult sex toys for women.
What?
For stepping over the gate or what?
That's all it says.
That's an interesting feature.
Oh, honey,
What?
let me open and close the gate for you.
Wait. Is this getting into some like pet play kind of stuff? Are we talking? Is this the? Are we getting into some fetishes over here? We got some furries going on, maybe. This is either a typo or a furry thing.
The best use
Mm-hmm.
for this gate, adult sex toys for women.
I think this is going to be one of those things like they have those pee pads for potty training pets, but they also seem to be in the category of for wet playtime for like squirting and stuff.
Oh my God.
How do I say that in not an inappropriate way? Oh, I'm sorry.
Adult playtime
Time
would have
would
been
been
the
the
best way to put that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should have
And
stopped
our
there.
listeners would understand what you were saying.
Yeah, they would have. They're right on that. I didn't have to get that.
You didn't need to describe.
Yeah.
You're just going to put squirting in that headline too while you were at it?
Write that down. What we had here, I forgot the other term was. We had. Hold on, we'll find it. Nasal chlamydia and squirting. I don't think. Okay.
I have one more.
Wait, is this one more feature of the same product?
Okay, I'm ready.
The finish on this,
Uh-huh.
adult sex toys for women. So 3 different times they list adult sex toys for women on this gate.
It is a feature, a best feature. What was the second one?
It was additional product features,
Uh-huh.
best uses
Uh-huh.
in the finish.
There might-
And that's my Amazon what the fuck for a walk step through gate.
That's where cut and paste while you're putting a product online. I think they got to do a little quality control on their website on that one.
Obviously, whoever is selling this gate maybe shouldn't have had his porn site up or his fantasy list
At the same
copy and
time, yeah.
paste.
Oh, yeah. Someone uses an AI generator to create content for their products, and I think it over AI'd. This is why we can't let robots take over the world.
I just want to see. You can't tell me somebody didn't buy this gate thinking that it could just be all kinds of crazy stuff with it, right? What's all included?
What reviews are there? Worst sex toy ever.
I was looking at the reviews.
Yeah, worst sex toy ever. Didn't do a thing for me.
You know, now every time I look at a product on Amazon, I'm going to need to read everything.
This is the picture of the gate. So every time that you look at your gate, that's all you're going to think about.
That's what I was just thinking. Every time I look at our
Is it
gate
not?
at home, I'm just going to be thinking sex toy
so
products.
ours has a cat door thing on it. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay,
But
gate,
it's similar.
it is very similar. So the thing I'm thinking of is, okay, sex toys, best uses, colors, looks. All I can think about is fur play and telling them to back their butt up to the hole.
See, that's what I think. I'm thinking for something of pet play or something like that, or Furbies. Furbies or Furbies? No, Furbies are something else. Those are kids'
Furbies
toys.
are kids' toys.
Not adult toys.
I would like to point out that this gate is temporarily out of stock.
Oh, it's a big seller. It
Or
is
they pulled it.
number one. Oh,
I don't think Amazon would pull it though because they sell sex toys.
I think it's just a number one seller. I'm gonna guess that's what it is.
I need to know if the box truly says this because that would even be better yet.
I also think that one of the things that Amazon and all these places do is they watch what you buy for recommendations. How many people bought this pet gate and all of a sudden all their recommendation for other purchases are sex toys? They're like, what did you do, honey? Why is it recommending all these sex toys to us? What did you do on Amazon? I just bought a baby gate. That's all. I swear to God.
I bought the baby gate for the baby shower.
Sure you did, perv. Or the other way around. Somebody bought a bunch of sex toys and another recommendation for baby gates.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to give that a 4 crispy. That is definitely a 4 crispy.
Yes.
Because now I need to start watching and reading all descriptions of everything I look at on Amazon.
As does everyone else that orders from Amazon.
Yes, I'm going to have to go 4 crispy too. I'm totally on board with that.
I thought you'd like that.
That's a pretty good one.
I got an order app.
So, Trevor, what do you have to follow up that?
Oh, nothing in mind has sex toys or sex toys related products, but I'm going to see what I can do for you.
How do we know the monkeys didn't do the gate?
There's no monkeys. There's no sex toys. In fact, I'm gonna tell you first of all the title of it.
Gold diggers?
No. This is actually going to start off a little off-brand for us. This is actually going to start sounding like one of those murder podcasts that you guys like to listen to sometimes.
Ooh, my favorite.
So it's going to start off a little weird, but trust me, the title of this is I'm Getting There. At some point, this will all make sense into our weirdness, okay?
Picking boogers and sex toys and monkeys. All going to tie together.
All going to come together. I'm going to make this happen. On January 6th, 1982, 2 women in Breckenridge, Colorado went missing. Now, the weird part is these 2 women both went missing the same day, but there was no relation between the 2 of them. The 2 of them didn't know each other. They weren't together. They just both happened to go missing the same day. One of them is a woman named Annette Schnee, Schnee. She was 21 years old, and she was last seen about 4:45 p.m., leaving the Breckenridge drugstore with some medication. The other woman was one named Bobby Jo Oberholzer, 29 years old. Her whereabouts are a little different. At 6:21, so a couple hours after Annette went missing, 6:21, she called her husband from the bar saying, "Don't worry, I have a ride home." She was then again seen at 7:50, but there's not a lot of detail. Just somebody must have said, "Oh, I thought I recognized her," or saw her in a car or whatever, before she disappeared. So both these women disappeared at that same day. First one that was found was Bobby Jo. She was immediately identified as missing. She was left the bar. She was supposed to have a ride home, never made it home. They immediately start going around looking for her right afterwards. And they start following a pile of her stuff on the Hoosier Pass. All right. At first, as they're wandering around, somebody finds their backpack on this thing. Then they continue to follow it. And then they find a bloody glove and tissue. Then somewhere around 3 p.m., so again, we're on the next day, we're on the 7th, 3 p.m. the next day, her body was discovered in a snowbank. She had been shot. Zip ties were on one of her wrists. There was a brass key ring that her husband had made her for defense that she was holding. So it's like must have made it like a keychain, said you can use this for defense, okay? And along with all that stuff, they found a single orange booty sock, and it wasn't hers. So they find her body and all this stuff in an orange sock, but it didn't match anything she was wearing. She didn't have any of the clothes in a backpack. It was just weird. Then Schnee, that was the other one. This is a 21-year-old. It wasn't until 2 days later that people realized she was missing. She didn't show up at work for her shift. And at that point, she ends up on a missing persons. They have no leads. They can't find anything. Then in July of 1982, so we're now about 5 months later, a kid is fishing in a stream, and all of a sudden he recognizes a dead body. And that would be Schnee, the 21-year-old. Her body is downstream about 20 miles from Breckenridge. Forensics for that one show that she had been shot in the back, and that was about all they could discover from her body because, like I said, it had been missing for 5 months, winter, all that stuff.
In the water.
In the water. During the autopsy, though, they find she's wearing one orange booty sock. So the other body, remember, they found a sock by it. She is only wearing one orange sock. That's how they put the two of them together. They realized whatever happened involved both of these two. They're both from Breckenridge. It both happened the same day. So they know these two things are related, but that's all they got. Then 38 years happen with nothing. So these two are cold case for 38 years. Oof. Nobody can find any evidence of what happened to these two. All they know is they found these bodies. And it's 1982. There's not a lot there, right?
DNA and all that stuff wasn't even around yet. If it was, it took months.
Yeah, it was at the very beginning before I think any real DNA thing was coming around. Like we've had in other ones, there's a cold case organization. Misty had this one of her news stories about one in Wisconsin, the woman that went missing, that they found her but didn't want to be found. Well, in 2020, there's a Detective Sergeant Wendy Kibble who is in charge of this cold case. And one of the things that they did figure out as it was going on is that not all of the blood on Oberholtz was hers. They found the blood because she'd been shot, but they realized not all of it was her blood. They think the other blood from the other one. They also identified it wasn't the other girls. They think this is probably our killer. Then a little more time goes by, and they're able to do some genetic genealogy. So now, 38 years later, they're like, all right, we have blood. We think it's a killer. Now, technology has gone far enough that we can do genetic genealogy.
Which means that his DNA was not in the system, or hers.
Correct.
So they did the genealogy.
Yes.
To go down the tree.
Yeah, because DNA, of course, by then was, because we're in 2020, DNA by then is known, but this person's DNA was not in the system anywhere. So this is not a known killer or criminal of any sort, so they had this DNA. So anyway, they take the bloody glove, which is the one that they figure out it's not her blood, because remember, she was also had that metal ring her husband had made for defense. So she must have had this glove and this ring, and that's how the blood from the killer got on it, okay? So obviously she had fought back. They send this DNA evidence into the United Data Connect, which apparently is the big genealogy business or company or program. The genealogy report comes back, and it did a really, really good job. And they figured out that it can only be one of two people, two brothers with the last name Phillips. Only one of them lived in Colorado. His name is Alan Phillips. Does anybody remember the name Alan Phillips?
No.
The drunk guy.
The drunk guy.
The guy that they picked up in the car on the closed road.
The drunk guy.
The
Seriously?
drunk guy. The math worked out. And it ends up Alan Phillips, who they found on the closed road, wasn't driving on the Giano Pass because he was drunk and made a mistake.
He was ditching bodies.
He had ditched the bodies, and he was running out of the town to get away from getting caught. And then a snowstorm pops up. He gets stuck in the snowstorm. They find him, but nobody knows about the bodies. And he gets away with it for 38 years. At that point, like I said, they figured out
that explains why he was in a t-shirt.
he had stripped off his other stuff.
Off
the blood.
Sure.
Yeah.
He grabbed the
But
other clothes
why
he
did
had.
why did the fire department guy not realize he had he had wounds on his face, but they probably figured it was from the car accident. Never thought that he got his ass
hit the
kicked
steering
out.
wheel. Yeah.
The bruises on his face are from Oberholtz beating the snot out of him as best she could before he killed her. So, they figured out Alan Phillips, the only guy named Alan Phillips that fit this DNA in Colorado at the time. They go to his house without saying anything. They go through the garbage. They find some of his DNA on a napkin in a Sonic's drive-in bag. They run the DNA test. It comes back 100%. He's arrested, convicted in 2022 at the age of 71. I told you.
Wow.
So you guys didn't realize I didn't list my references for this article because they're the exact same references from the first story because they are all one big story.
That is insane.
See, I was kind of wondering
why he was out there.
With your first story. I'm like, this isn't a normal Trevor weird story.
Yeah, I was wondering. I had to make sure the first part sounded weird enough on its own to sound like one of mine.
To get a rating.
To get a rating. But yeah, the first part's a little weird. The second part is where it all comes back together.
That is. Oh my God.
I also just referenced the 1980s in the first one. I wanted to see if I could make it all the way down to the name before you guys figured out that these two are all one story.
Yeah, once you said Alan Phillips, I'm like, I believe that was the drunk guy in the first story.
That's right.
That's insane.
Yeah. Guy kills two people, gets drunk. Well, it was drunk probably before he killed the two people, tries to take off, gets caught in a snowstorm, thinks he's in a whole lot of trouble and is likely going to die on the side of the road and probably should have.
Well,
gets
knowing
rescued,
this, yeah.
Gets rescued and makes it 38 years before anybody figures it out.
So the question is, did he have both of the girls in the back of the truck? And the one that was in the river, sock came off and just happened to be on her?
Well, I think what it is, he killed the first one, and whatever he did, somehow she didn't have a sock on anymore. Dumped that one's body, because remember that one went missing first.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he dumped the second one's body, probably saw the sock in the truck and said, "Oh shit," and just tossed it out with the first one, or the second one.
That bastard should have froze to death.
Yep.
All because the sheriff on the plane
Saw his headlights.
thought, oh.
There should
And then
be
the fire.
Nobody should be
on that road.
on that road.
But see, that's the difference sometimes. You know, fire and rescue go to rescue. Sheriffs kind of think they would have dug into it a little bit, knowing that if there's no damage to the vehicle, where did all of this come from? I guess I think about a lot of other things, but I also watch a lot and listen to a lot of murder stuff. So
yeah, but if you're the fire chief and you see a guy in a ditch in the middle of nowhere, you don't think, I wonder if this guy murdered two people that we don't even know are missing.
it's true.
Is that weird?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
For crispy.
Definitely a for crispy.
I was excited about this one. I'm like, all right, it gets a little dark, especially the second half, but man, what a twist.
What is that? That is a twist.
Mm-hmm.
There's no monkeys though.
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't get any monkeys in here. I don't have any monkeys. I didn't have, what were the other ones? Nose picking. I mean, this guy had a bloody nose, or probably had a big old bruise on his face at very least.
I got no
Sexual
words.
baby gates.
No baby gates either. Ooh. Well, thank you guys. Like I said, I was hoping I could fool you guys into
Well, you did.
the second one without knowing it was a one big one. I was excited.
Don't do it again. I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. I think that is enough fun for episode number 25. Thank you, everybody, for listening, especially the new guys and our all-time fans. We love both of you. If you guys want to see more of our stuff, you can check us out on Facebook. We've got the reels on there on our Facebook page. You can check us out on YouTube. For one, we take our full episodes and we actually do video recording of the entire studio here, so you can see this whole thing happening. Also, we have our, what are they called, shorts? Are they called shorts on YouTube? We're on the Instagram. We're on the Instacart. We do the Tiki-Takis. We enjoy all this stuff. We like to try to help more people find us, more people discover us, help this podcast get bigger and bigger. If you could, please leave a comment or a rating, or better yet, both. If you want to get a hold of us and send us an email with maybe your thoughts on the whole thing, or maybe an article you found or a personal weird story, we would love to hear those as well. Sometimes they make it on the air. Our email address is weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. There's no A. Again, it's just weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. As we like to say at the end of every episode, keep it weird, because normal is just another word for boring. Thanks, everybody. Bye.